Present-day movements for gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender rights. LGBT is defined as gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender. Within the United States, there are roughly 4 million openly LGBT members. Currently, Washington, D.C., New York City, and California have the highest percentage population of open LGBT citizens. LGBT youth oppression. 4 out of 10 LGBT youth say that the communities in which they live are not accepting of their sexuality. LGBT youth are twice as likely as their peers to say they have been assaulted, kicked, or shoved at school. 26% of LGBT youth say their biggest problems are not feeling accepted by their families, troubles at school, bullying, and the fear to be open or out. 92% of LGBT youth say they hear negative messages about being LGBT. These top sources are school, internet, and their peers. These issues are the cause of oppression against the LGBT community. The youth play a big part in the LGBT community, and the Human Rights Campaign have surveyed more than 10,000 LGBT-identified youth ages 13 to 17. Supportive campaigns. People have been self-defining themselves as gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender since before the 19th century. The LGBT communities have created groups, organizations, and campaigns in support of themselves and family and friends. Some of the campaigns include the No Hate Campaign, the LGBT Historical Society, the Gay and Lesbian Activist Alliance, and the Human Rights Campaign. Each of these organizations and campaigns have fought for the rights, freedom, and equality among the gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender communities. The Human Rights Campaign. This campaign has the highest number of supporters in the United States, estimating 1.5 million and growing. This campaign is the largest civil rights organization that works to achieve equality for lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender Americans. They represent a foundation of more than 1.5 million members and supporters nationwide, and they were founded in 1980. Their advocates work on behalf of the LGBT Americans. They determine the actions in diverse communities, invest in strategically to elect well-educated individuals to office, and also educate the public about the current and past LGBT issues. Causes. Discrimination of the LGBT community and individuals is caused by the public's lack of knowledge. Discrimination is a huge problem within the LGBT community currently within the United States. People who openly identify as LGBT find it hard to get a job, adopt children, and even public acceptance. The ACLU has made their efforts in advocating the state and federal non-discrimination laws and litigates to ensure that religious beliefs cannot be used to justify acts of bias. Some states rule that it is against the law to accept same-sex marriage, what prevents couples from filing taxes together, adopting or fostering children together, and goes as far as not recognizing one as a spouse in a hospital when one is near death or dying. Stereotypes can cause the discrimination and acts of violence against the communities. People see same-sex couples as confused or sinners. Some communities shun away anyone who is openly gay or from the LGBT community. The act of discrimination and stereotyping people like this, and people who support these choices, are referred to as homophobes. Homophobia causes a range of negative attitudes and feelings towards homosexuals or individuals who are identified or perceived as being gay, lesbian, bisexual, or for individuals who have problems seeking help or acceptance, have options. Specific options are helplines or groups that help you understand or talk through your problems. The National LGBT Helpline is an organization that can help LGBT individuals. It is non-judgmental, it's a confidential service, and it provides listening, support, and information for the community. The helpline also provides support for family and friends who have, or people who have questions if they may be LGBT. The helpline is a service that's issued by a network of trained volunteers from a number of LGBT helplines. There is also a campaign called the No Hate Campaign. It's a campaign through a photographic silent protest created by celebrity photographer Adam Bauska and partner Jeff Parsley. This campaign was in direct response to the passage of Proposition 8. The campaign organizes and takes photos that feature subjects with duct tape over their mouths, symbolizing their voices being silenced by Proposition 8 and similar legislation around the world. The word "No Hate" is painted on one cheek in protest. 5 years after the campaign was created, the No Hate campaign has grown to nearly 34,000 faces. The campaign began with portraits of local Californians who accepted to participate in the start of the campaign, but it has rose to politicians, newlyweds, law enforcement, celebrities, artists, and many more. This is a picture of some of the individuals who have participated in the No Hate campaign. Consequences of LGBT oppression. Coming out can be a difficult process. LGBT individuals can use the Human Rights Campaign to seek help to find outreach centers. Consequences of coming out you can lose your family members, friends, or even lose a job. It can cause a stigma that you are not mentally capable of making valid choices. Until 1974, homosexuality was considered a mental illness. Religious beliefs are also a cause of the oppression against LGBT individuals. Some religious beliefs see it as a sin to submit one or two sexual acts that should be done with the opposite sex but instead are done with the same sex. Others see this as something that doesn't fall under social norms and isn't widely accepted, so to conform to accepting LGBT individuals would be too far stretched for social acceptance. Gay and Lesbian Activist Alliance. If unable to find support through friends and family, an organization called the Gay and Lesbian Activist Alliance is a good source to help locate. The GLAA was founded in 1971 and is an all-volunteer, nonpartisan, nonprofit political organization that defends the civil rights of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people in the nation's capital. They educate and rate local candidates and work in coalition to defend the safety, health, and equal rights of the LGBT families. It is the oldest continuously active gay and lesbian civil rights organization within solutions. Currently, only 17 states recognize and accept same-sex marriages, while 33 states still ban the marriage. To stop the oppression, all 50 states legalizing gay marriage will encourage more individuals to feel safe coming out as LGBT. Supporting the No Hate campaign and continually supporting LGBT individuals, even if your sexual orientation is heterosexual, will make it easier for discrimination and stereotypes to disappear, for acceptance to become the power. Donating to charities, organizations such as the Pride Parade, which has donated to local nonprofit LGBT organizations related to HIV, AIDS, cancer, homelessness, and animal welfare, will help continue to strengthen the LGBT community and the equality they strive for. Educating oneself and the public on lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender civil rights and accept individuals for who they are other than their sexual orientation. Changing state and federal laws to accept and recognize gay and lesbian equality, as well as equality for bisexuals and transgenders, will help fight the oppression. In conclusion to the oppression of the LGBT community, the rights and freedoms of LGBT individuals have come a long way. From the 1970s, when homosexuality was defined as a mental illness, until now where 13 states have recognized same-sex marriage. In 2008, we elected our first president who accepted and acknowledged LGBT rights and signed the Matthew Shepard and James Byrd Jr. Hate Crimes Prevention Act. It expanded federal hate crime law to include crimes motivated by gender or sexual orientation and gender identity. President Obama also signed the Affordable Care Act of 2012 that helps LGBT Americans who were previously uninsured. Obama also ordered the Department of Health and Human Services to guarantee medical decision making and visitation rights to LGBT couples and expand the Family Medical Leave Act to ensure that LGBT parents and partners can take leave from work to care for their child's parents and spouse. Unfortunately, the oppression against the LGBT community is still existent. But with all the groups, organizations, and agencies that support the LGBT community, the fight for the freedom and equality will continue to thrive.